Today we're going to be talking about the attempted break-in on the shop Friday morning. 2:17 a.m. Two guys wearing hoodies, hats, pulled up to the shop and started hitting our front windows.
They're seen smashing the glass more than 24 times.
Just beating the shop windows. Well, hello everyone. Not the normal place to be filming a video. Welcome to my apartment. Originally, we were supposed to be posting a video from the National today. A very fun challenge, and it will be up, just we have to push it back a little bit because we got to talk about this. So I guess let's just get started. 2:17 a.m. Two guys wearing hoodies, hats, it's hard to tell, you can see in the video. They pulled up to the shop and started hitting our front windows with sledgehammers. First it was one guy, tried about 20 times. I didn't count personally, but it was a lot. With sledgehammers to hit the front of the shop, get in, and he failed. And so he got another guy to start going at it. I guess they got tired, but they couldn't get in. They were there for about 4 minutes, beating the shop windows. There's a reason why they couldn't get in. It's because we invested a lot of money in some security measures. The glass itself is hurricane impact proof glass, and there's some special additives to it. It's basically bulletproof. You're not gonna get in there. And we did that by design, of course, because we know cards are hot commodities now. I mean, if you walk into our shop, you see the prices on some of the wax, and it's in thousands of dollars, and people are desperate nowadays, you know? So it makes, I guess, some sort of sense why they did it. But luckily they couldn't get in. It's hard to even think about how the story would go if they did, because they got in, they would be able to, they'd probably steal all the wax, or as much as they could get their hands on there. They would probably smash through the jewelry cases and probably ran off after that. I don't imagine them going much further because there's not much they could have gotten if they continued. We have safety measures beyond just strong glass, so there's no way they would have gotten to anything truly valuable, as in, you know, customers' property. But still, it's tough to think about because those, just for example, those jewelry cases were custom built for the shop, and with supply chain issues nowadays, they would have taken months to get easily. And the glass itself, we got estimates that it would take anywhere from 5 days to 5 weeks to get replacements. So the front of the shop is gonna look just a little different until we're able to get replacements. My story, starting that day, had a meeting. I'm here in my apartment, so I didn't know about it until I woke up. Had a meeting at about 10 o'clock, and I woke up 9:30. I got a text, a couple texts actually, from my dad, my mom. They already knew about it, they were there, and I got photos of all the damage. At first I thought, I don't know, it didn't hit me that someone tried to break in. It was more of a, okay, broken glass. Was there an accident? Was there, I don't know, a baseball being hit to the glass? I don't know. But then once I scrolled through the photos a bit more, it dawned on me that, okay, someone was trying to get in here. The photos were only of the front door and the front glass, so they didn't get in. And that's why I'm extremely thankful that the security measures held up. As I said before, this was at 2:17 in the morning, so there wasn't many people around. Now, if you've ever been to our store, you know how essentially the shop is facing towards the main road. I think it's Sterling. Yeah, it's Sterling. And that's a pretty busy street. Right across the street is Cooper City High School. You have a lot of activity on that street. Even at 2 a.m., you have cars going. So it explains why they gave up after about 4 minutes. I knew we had to make a post ASAP on Instagram because we had to be open that day. It was Friday, and we had a lot of activity planned for that day, and we had to be open to serve our community, you know? Just something you gotta do. So I made sure to get an Instagram post as soon as I could out on it, with the surveillance video and all the photos of the damage. And we made light of the situation because, well, it turned out to be something that wasn't as bad as it could have, so we have to make light of situations like that. You know, we put some funny clown music over the Instagram video. It was, yeah, we had fun with it. And we opened that day with shattered windows. And business as usual. The show must go on, you know? When you have such a community around you that come to the shop on a daily basis and they go there to escape, you know, the day-to-day. They want to be there. So it's a real shame to let them down. So we had to make sure we were open. So we opened with broken glass, as I said. We got a call at around 2 o'clock. And it was a guy from Local 10, the news, ABC News down here. And essentially he wanted to get a better idea of what happened. So I sent him all the footage we had and the damages, and he sent out a news crew. And I was on the news, or the shop was on the news.
My initial reaction was, thank God we spent a lot of money on some good glass, but it was more of a disappointment that people would really try to take down something like this.
It was really cool actually, because it was publicity, you know, for the store. It showed everybody in the community that not only were we still open, but that we had no plans of even slowing, you know, changing hours, nothing like that. It showed resilience and free publicity as well, which you can't complain about that. It was on the 6 o'clock news, so free publicity on the news. Got interviewed. We got calls after that, where it was people saying, oh, I'm in Miami, I just saw you guys on the news, I have a bunch of cards I want to bring in. So I think at the end of the day, it turned out to be something that will have a net positive impact on our business. Now, we have boarded up front door and front windows, so it's going to take a bit to get back to normal business without the wood. To get replacements, it's going to be a while. The estimate we got was about $10,000 in glass, which is quite a bit. Not only costs us a lot of money, it's gonna take a while, that's the worst part. We like having those front doors clear because you can see inside the shop, you can see all the lights, you can see the slab walls, you can see the wax. It's kind of a welcoming visual of seeing all that open. We had a bunch of customers, again, on Saturday that came in, they heard about what happened. And the key thing I wanna take away from this is how great the community around this shop is, you know. Everybody took this as if it was almost a personal attack on their own card store, because it's everybody's card store. And we have a lot of passionate people who love what we do and are behind us. And you don't normally see that on a normal store, you know. This was something special, this was something very different. Very thankful for everybody who came out, showed support, whether it be through Instagram, through showing up to the shop, through YouTube. Incredibly thankful, because it shows that we're doing something right, and we're able to serve a community that appreciates what we do. And what more could you ask? There will be a complete security overhaul on the shop and different processes and systems we have to ensure that this doesn't happen again. Even though they didn't get in, it's still a big pain in the ass. And we want to ensure that we can be as prepared to serve the community on a consistent basis. And to do that, we are going to have some increased security measures. Now, this doesn't affect anybody during store hours. This is just after hours stuff. You know, might install some shutters, advanced camera imaging, because in the video it was hard, you couldn't see too much of their faces, but when we talked to the police, they said they had a good idea of who it might be because there were other cameras around that caught them. As of now, all I gotta say is thank you to everybody who supported us at one point, bought from us online, left a nice Instagram comment. It means a lot. We're not gonna let some broken glass and some boarded up windows stop us. We appreciate everybody's business. We'll be back to normal YouTube content. We have something really cool coming up. All I gotta say is thank you so much for all the support, for everybody who comes to us in store. We'll see you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Also, please subscribe.